What does not kill me makes me stronger.
Esteemed listeners, an important bit of news for you here. After due consideration, I'm changing the name of the podcast and the project. Why am I doing this? Well, the podcast has been broadcasting for about 3 months now. We've got 14 episodes. We've had about 850 downloads. This is not a bad start, and I'm pretty happy with the way things are going. But as I'm sure you appreciate, reaching its audience is the biggest challenge for any podcast, and it's growing an audience that makes a project like this sustainable over the longer term. The current name, Becoming Übermensch, is a bit of a mouthful to pronounce, and it's not intuitively easy to spell for English speakers either. Additionally, there can be some confusion in web searches around the German umlaut, which are those 2 dots over the U in the word Übermensch, but mainly the word just carries too many misconceptions. Übermensch has too many unwarranted but unhelpful connotations, and though these can be easily dispelled, if people are too put off even to give the show a listen, that misunderstanding cannot even be addressed. What the Übermensch really is, in a nutshell, is the logical aspiration for a species that has lost any sense of absolute meaning due to the metaphorical death of God. Which is to say, in a world where there is no given cosmic purpose for human existence, the conscious pursuit of the unending elevation of its own type is the obvious and the last telos for our species. Now, of course, this podcast is not about our aspirations for the species, but about our aspirations as an individual, about your aspirations as an individual. And for that, the Übermensch constitutes a beacon and a direction and an inspiration. So the idea both of becoming and of Übermensch, these are both still very central ideas to this work. But in order for this podcast to find its appropriate audience and invite them in, I think we need a broader, brighter name for the project. The new name I have chosen is Will to Joy. This trips off the tongue easily, in my opinion, and has a nice rhythm to it. And there's just 3 syllables there instead of 6, so it's less of a mouthful. It's also simple, searchable, and is charged with a much more positive valence. Will to Joy still makes the same promise as Becoming Übermensch, but in more unambiguous terms. Our project is not just about overcoming, but about overflowing. Not just about striving, but about intensifying. Not escaping suffering, but transfiguring life into something beautiful. For Nietzsche, power and joy are the same thing. So Will to Joy encapsulates Nietzschean philosophy in a new, attractive, more euphoric, more playful way. The direction of this project remains unchanged, and there's going to be no watering down of the ideas because, at the end of the day, this project isn't for everybody. It just can't be for everybody. But for those who can reap rich rewards from Nietzsche's ideas, I want to make sure this stuff is actually reachable. So, Will to Joy. That's where we're headed. Joy. Let me know what you think. If you're listening, you're already a part of this. Also, if you want to support this work, please consider supporting the show. Link always in the show's description. And don't forget you can become a De Profundis member on Patreon. Now, in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be loading up some exclusive content for the De Profundis membership. This is material for those who want to go much deeper, who are ready for something more Dionysian, who feel up to tackling some more challenging approaches to accelerating personal growth and transcendence. De Profundis, to remind you, means from the depths or out of the abyss. The link for De Profundis Patreon membership is also in every show's description, including this one. Remember too that you can help the show simply by liking, sharing, subscribing and reviewing on whatever platform you access it. And again, that really helps keep the lights on here. And I do notice when people help promote the show. So thank you all. I appreciate you. More from me later this week, as per our schedule, when we'll be making an attempt to identify and isolate that most elusive of phantasms, the soul. Do you have a soul? Can you define it? Can you catch it by the tail? Well, on Friday, we'll be hot on the trail of the soul, and we'll answer these questions together in a way that you, I hope, might find definitive. This one may rock your sense of self, be warned. In the meantime, as ever, like the man said, live dangerously.